here's another one that I can't believe didn't make our list, but well, it kind of did. Tombstone.
Yeah.
When he says, Wyatt Earp died, and Tom Mix, who was like the symbol of Western rugged tough men at the time, and he's like
in film.
Yeah, in film, yeah, and he says, yeah. Tom Mix wept. Like, he wept like a kid. Like, he loved, like, Wyatt Earp so much. He was just like, this is...
You're right. That is a great one. And I actually was trying to think of what was the best line from that, and I knew that one, but I just kind of...
Yeah, I was just thinking that, too. I mean, I love the Young Guns one so much because I think it has a little bit more impact, but that one is... It's still a good one. It's just like a good movie line. It's like, I like that. Yeah. And, he's with the woman he loves, and they're about to, he's about to go out west, basically, and become a Hollywood star. Like, pretty much, yeah.
Because they're coming back from Alaska.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, because it's all snowy, and she's, like, doing something over, probably on that frontier.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, that's just a nice, good, like, line from that movie that is just a good, almost a little, salute to the old Western fans, and also just old movie fans, too. I'm sure people are like, oh, that's...
Well, that family always had connections to Los Angeles anyway.
Yeah.
Before they were born, because I believe they ran cattle, and they had a ranch in California, and I'm pretty sure it was around the Los Angeles area.
Yeah.
Even like in the 1850s and 60s. I don't even know. I mean, he might not have been born yet.
Yeah.
Or he's probably a little kid, but I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the Earps had some dealings in so we always had that LA connection anyway.
Oh yeah.
You just don't really hear anything about it.
People think cattle drivers, well, they just live one place. It's like, no, they kind of had multiple places they had, because it's like, you can't just, okay, we're going all the way around.
Well, the California ranchers from old Mexico,
yeah,
I mean, they were still around, so they would still go and trade and buy.
Yeah.
And you'd have to bring the cattle to where you wanted.
Yeah. That's another video we'll be doing is Tombstone, but it's going to be more than the movie. It's going to be the history. I mean, shit, that's going to be something that we could talk about
for a while,
for hours, really. I mean, seriously. Oh yeah, I'll throw another one out there. This is both me and you. One of our favorite movies of the past 5 years is Joker.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get it.
Yeah,
it's like, that is so good. It's like, that is so Joker. Like, it's like, yes, one of his best performances ever. Like, I mean, seriously, like
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, Joaquin.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really
that Gladiator.
Well, also loved him in The Master too. Like, he was really good in that one too. But yeah, that's just one of the best. I would say most significant best ending lines in the past 5 years. Like,
oh, definitely.
It's like they actually made a point to make that, like, give him that last line.
Yeah.
And it's just it works really well. It works for the character. It works for the film. And I love that. I love that line. It just works.
Yeah, and you had that review.
Yeah.
On it, so you talk more into depth about that movie, anyways. So
yeah.
If you want to,
just go watch that video.
That video.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one from the '90s that I just watched a few months ago, and I forgot how much I actually liked it, even as a kid. Was What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
I don't remember the last one.
It's their house. They burn their house down with the mother because they don't want the mom to be a joke, and they tag along with Juliette Lewis and her whole family and he's like, well, we don't have a home anymore, but we can go anywhere.
Yeah,
we can go anywhere. And it's like, that's really good. That's like a hopeful, optimistic look on his future, because the whole time he's kind of thinking like, am I going to be stuck here? He's like, I don't like being here. I don't like being known as the son of the fat woman. Like, he starts like, not only the son of the fat woman, but the brother of the retarded kid. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be the responsible one. I have to do this. And then like after, it's kind of a weird way of like, he just kind of cuts ties with that whole town and just fucking, see ya. Adios. And he just brings his brother along. Like, he realized he's wrong about like his things, like what he was feeling was wrong, but it was just the way it is. That's a really deep movie, actually. Really good. Another great Johnny Depp performance. See? We don't hate you, Johnny. You're awesome. You just don't fucking do Willy Wonka.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I can't think of any other movies unless...
Companeros.
Companeros, yes.
Which is another Western.
Which is another Western, and you guys are probably going, what's wrong with you guys in the Westerns? It's an awesome series. Actually, a little interesting fact is, there's more Westerns filmed than any other genre. Like, because during, what,
it was one of the first, Westerns was one of the first
like
movies.
Genres, yeah, like
genres, yeah.
They had horses. They had more horses than cars back then. So why not? And, of course, there's the nostalgia factor. It's like, someone from the 1930s looking at the Westerns is like looking at us talking about like the 70s. Really, it's kind of weird to think that, but it really is. Like,
yeah, because it wasn't that long ago back then.
Yeah, and there was people from there going like, "Well, yeah, back then they were telling the tall tales. Yeah. They were talking about the gunslingers.
Everybody wants to be a cowboy.
Yeah,
or the Indian.
Yeah. And I think it's just the Western is that great look of America when it was free, before the railroads, before freeways. It was really a truly open, beautiful land that like could be shared. I mean, of course, crazy shit happened, but
well, that lawlessness
anywhere
too. There's the lawlessness. Yeah, like or the freedom.
Yeah, there was a freedom, which was lawlessness, which led to bad stuff. But there's a lot of amazing stories that are good stories too that are out in the frontier.
Yeah,
of people coming together as community and stuff like that.
And of course, the genre is pretty much almost dead now. But I mean, you just had 1883.
Yeah,
which to me is almost better than Yellowstone itself.
Yes.
I mean, but we're Western fans, so of course we would think that. But
and Yellowstone's not 100% a Western, but its spirit is totally Western.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like you could feel that if those like when they,
especially season 1.
Yeah, season 1. When the chief, when they meet up for the first time, they're talking, they're looking over, they're looking over the land, and he's like, "What do you think? Do you ever think what it looked like a couple hundred years ago?" And he's like, "Every day." Every day. It's like they would trade in their life today to be back then. Like it's just one of those things. That's how I look at our areas too. I was like, I just wonder what this area
that's what I
like.
Do
every day. It's
back 100 years ago. That probably
even 100 years ago, which is funny because that's 1920. Yeah. And still, it's not even. We're not even out of the night. We're still in the 19s. Yeah. We're not even in the 18s anymore. But still, that's another video I wanted to do with this guy. It was the local history of the area we're from,
which
it's very interesting.
Pretty not an expert, but I got a lot of knowledge.
Yeah, he's got knowledge. That probably will be more on his channel.
Yeah,
that's what he's more the historian. But we will do movies on his channel as well. If it's up, that's up to you, of course. Probably more Western, but anything you want to do, maybe I'd like to talk more about Christian Slater, and also I think a full review of Pump Up the Volume would be really good. The actors, the writing. Everything. Yeah. Because the writing is really well written. Like,
we
the
should.
Dialogue's great.
Well, the leading female in that movie's great too.
Yeah.
She's also with him in another movie called Broken Arrow.
Oh yeah, yes, you're right. I forgot. They team up again. Yeah. Broken Arrow's. That's funny because we're just talking about westerns. Broken Arrow is the title of a 1950s western, actually. But that's a fun movie. Another one he does a great job. He actually stands up next with Travolta. This is mid-90s Travolta, right?
Yeah.
Fresh off of Pulp Fiction. And he's standing up with them. I mean, really, I don't think a lot of people give him enough credit. Cause
that movie is kind of one of those lost 90s action gems that doesn't really get mentioned very often.
It was so popular until fucking Face Off came out. And then Face Off, well, and also...
Well, Con Air after that.
Yeah, and then Con Air, yeah. Well,
and then The Rock.
Yeah. Well,
so you can see where the progression just kind of.
The Rock may be my favorite action movie of the 90s. I mean, just because it has fucking Connery, and he's so fucking awesome. Like, he's always cool. They finally confirmed too that.
And the score in that
he's
was
James
good.
Bond basically, in that fucking movie. And the score is awesome.
Yeah.
That's when Jerry Bruckheimer and fucking Michael Bay were a team. They made some great action movies together. Michael Bay. Now, he still makes action. He just doesn't have the...
What's great I always like that...
The emotional storytelling.
I always liked when the SEALs go in there and they're fighting military guys, and they get wiped out.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was crazy.
Yeah, it's very... Yeah, and they, pointed at the fact, here are soldiers killing other soldiers to get money for dead soldiers. It's like, well, what about these guys? Like, aren't you essentially just doing the shit like you're saying like they're doing? Like, another
mercenaries. Well, they turn out, they're mercenaries at that point.
But because you do find out like Tony Todd's actually in that movie. He's really good, but he's like, I don't give a fuck. Where's the money? Like, it's like you find out like, oh, these guys really aren't about the country. They're about the money. Like, they don't give a shit. Like, Ed Harris didn't realize he was blinded by his own personal views, that he didn't realize who the kind of people he's working with. Which, that's another great another actor that doesn't get much credit anymore is Ed Harris. Like, he doesn't do anything anymore. Like, very rarely.
Enemy at the Gates.
Yeah, Enemy at the
favorites.
He's fucking awesome. Like, he doesn't sound Russian. Like, I'd be scared of that motherfucker. He's great.
You mean
like
German?
Yeah. Oh yeah, German. Yeah, it's Russian. Yeah, the Russians are the good guys back then.
He hangs that little boy.
Yeah, that's a hard movie. Like,
Stop giving him chocolate.
Yeah, that's such a dope movie. That last 20 minutes of them and the snipers.
The sniper duel is dope.
It's just fucking it's the best sniper duel of all time. Like, I can't think of it like. The Mark Wahlberg sniper was good, good action, but no, that one was emotionally invested. You're like, get this motherfucker, and then he gets him. You're just like,
I like it when he tells her, "I'll bring you his rifle. I'll get his rifle."
Yeah,
like that's some crazy shit.
Yeah, and it's so dope too that he becomes so well known through that underground paper that they're doing, just trying to give information to the citizens, whatever they can, and. Well, you're an inspiration. Like, you're an inspiring
it's kind
story.
of a propaganda to their own people, but not really.
Yeah.
It's like, they're trying to give him hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Through the underground.
Weren't they kind of overdoing his body count a bit? Like, he's like, I didn't kill that many people. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's like, I'm sure it's like, I didn't kill 300 people. I've only killed 150 people. It's like, oh yeah, that's not that much. It's like that's another great movie.
I like on that other sniper, he's like, we're gonna get ourselves a general today.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. All right, yeah. Well, thanks, Steven. This was fun. We'll be doing more of these videos too. I'll be doing with my sister too. Thanks for all the guys who like the Leprechaun commentary with her. It's we loved movies growing up. It was one of the places responsible for it.
Film family.
Yeah, film family. One of the places responsible for it, I want to get my sister and him with it, is, we'll talk about it soon, is a place called Movies to Go that was far better than Blockbuster.
Blockbuster can go suck a
dick. Yeah, seriously. There's all this like, well, remember Blockbuster? Like, no, I didn't fucking like Blockbuster. They didn't have...
It was a local shop.
Yeah.
And it was like, we'll talk about that.
They had everything. Like, you go to Blockbuster, they would have R-rated Caligula. You go to fucking Movies to Go, they have the X-rated Caligula. It's like, yes, they were. I almost feel like those guys were big film fans too. Like, what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, whoever owned
their horror section was big.
It was bigger than.
It was way bigger.
Way bigger and way more holy shit movies that you don't like, that you wouldn't see at a Blockbuster. You wouldn't see Red Lotus at a Blockbuster.
No, there was.
You wouldn't see Sleepaway Camp at a Blockbuster. Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3. You would see the first one, but you wouldn't see 2 and 3 there.
No, they had way better selection.
Yeah.
Way better selection.
It's just a great, something that I want to talk about, just the nostalgia of going to a video store. I miss, because I found a lot of good movies just picking up a VHS and reading it and looking at art cover.
Shit, the only two places to go now is like Walmart.
Yeah, well, you're buying it. You're not fucking renting it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and you gotta...
And Best Buy. Best Buy used to have a nice big section of movies, and now it's like this little tiny place in the corner.
It's all 4K.
In the back.
Usually new movies, nothing
always
too old.
No.
They got a couple... Well, I actually just went there recently. They had some new 4Ks of the Rambo. I was like, okay. All right, you got me. You got me there. Like, but...
He drew First Blood.
Yeah. Fucking A. But it's not the same thing. But yeah, we'll be doing more videos. Thank you very much for watching this. Thank you, Steven. Check out his channel. Say the channel again.
Revolt Break Free. Wait, no, that's not it.
Oh yeah, that's your. We see where you're getting confused.
Rattlesnake Standoff.
Yeah, I'll have a link in the description. Check out his videos; they're fun. They'll be doing more. We've been wanting to do more. It's just life and everything. We'll be bringing you some more content. So. Thank you, Steven, again. It was fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
And I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll be uploading something soon. Bye-bye. Vamos a matar, compañeros.